we go hiking in Bernheim Forest. This is a private forest that is about 25 to 30 miles south of Louisville, Kentucky. It has a fee if you're not a member. It's $10 donation to get in, but if you do a yearly, I do a yearly, I think it's $35 for a yearly membership. So beautiful forest. It was done by a former person that had a distillery, and he turned over all of his land when he passed away and donated it to this park for everybody to enjoy. So today I'm kind of limited. The leaves were at their peak probably about 3 to 4 days ago, maybe a week ago. They had a storm last night, a lot of wind and a lot of rain, so it took down a lot of the leaves. We still have some pretty leaves to look at, but it's not quite peak here. Also, they've started hunting season in Kentucky, modern guns, so that's why I'm at this part, because I want to stay out of the woods and let the hunters have it for the next 2 weeks. So in this particular park, they've closed off certain trails because they do have a wildlife management area where they actually control they allow some hunting, so they've closed off some of the main trails. So kind of limited on trails, but there's some pretty ones still down here close to the nature center. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to hike a little bit of that, just get some of the foliage in. The weather's supposed to be kind of partly cloudy all day. It's going to be somewhat cold for this time of year. It's started off in the low 30s, and it's not going to get above 42, I think, today. So we'll see when we get started hiking. So we're back behind their nature center here, and we're going to take this one trail. It's called the Bent Twig Loop. It's a loop trail. Let's see, it's only a half-mile loop. So we're going to take this down, and this actually goes as deep as we can get into the woods today because of the hunting that's going on in the back part of the place. So we're going to get started here, and we'll see how much colors we can see as we go through. Hopefully the sun will pop out. We've got some blue sky over here, and hopefully that'll work its way around and we can get some nice sunshiny shots of the colors on the leaves. So we'll get started. Pretty much done with this half-mile loop. This one here was just a short one, but I'm going to take you to a few other ones, and hopefully the sun will pop out and we get some better colors to show. But hold on, hang on, and we got another area that's going to be pretty neat down by the lake. Bernheim Forest has been very unique in that they embrace artists, and they seem to find a balance between art and nature. So they have an artist program where they bring people in every year and they do different things, and there's all kinds of statues and things throughout the park, and different pieces of art, and throughout the main area you'll see these. This is called Prairie View here. the giants have got the big attention around here. There's 3 of them here in the park, and these are giants that artists put together, and they're really neat. And they have them in other parks throughout the country. The same artist has put a few other ones out. But we'll take a look at one of the giants here at Bernheim. These things are pretty cool looking. And we'll try to take another little hike around this little sunshade loop. And this here is one of the giants. He's laying back, chilling. And this is kind of his little lair here. Got a nice little place to hang out. His daughter's over there on the other side of the park, and she's playing in a little field. And there's another one that's admiring his reflection in the lake over here on the other side. And I don't know if we'll show you that, but these are some of the things that are out here to see. And he's just chilling here. And I'll walk up here to show you really how big he is. I'm standing here by his foot, and this is my hand. So that's about 4 foot tall. So this is a little trail. I actually don't think I've been through this whole trail before. It's called the Sunshade Loop. It starts up here in the gravel and kind of in the grassy area. Beautiful plants. I believe it goes back in these woods over here to our right, but we'll find out here toward the end. So we've made almost a complete loop on this trail. This is Lake Nevin down here at the end of it. We're actually connected in one of the main trails that go over around the lake, Lake Nevin Trail. And that looks like that's pretty much almost a full loop. We're back around where the giant is. And we'll walk out here and find the vehicle. Bernheim has a very neat visitor center. It's actually has grass growing on the roof there. It has a nature roof. It was built with wood from a distillery, where they tore down an old distillery. So it's all reclaimed wood. And there's a piece of the work from one of the artists back a couple years ago. Inside the visitor center, they have a neat place to get a bite to eat. It's called Isaac's Cafe. They have sandwiches, they have lettuce and things they've actually grown in their little garden here. so a lot of the stuff is pretty fresh. It's really good. Come by and get a sandwich and a bowl of soup. We'll see what they have for us today. Because of COVID, there's still social distancing and they're not letting you eat inside. Normally you'd eat inside here. It's a little chilly today, but I got a good jacket, so I'll be fine. I've got me one of my favorites here. It's called the Nutty Bird. And I always get a half and half with the soup and the sandwich because they make the soup here on the extra place here. So this Nutty Bird has turkey and it has sunflower seeds and dried tomatoes, and they usually use lettuce from their actual garden here. So I'm not sure if that's the case. I didn't ask this time, but I've got some kind of tortellini soup here, so we'll try that out and see how that works out. But it's the perfect thing to eat when you're out here in the woods. So I will try to finish this off. So after that big lunch, I think I'm going to take a little small walk into the edible garden. And there is a nursery loop, but we're not going to do the full loop. So we're just going to go in and check out this area. This is something new. It's been, I think, been out for a couple of years, but they've added a lot of stuff to it. So we'll start off, and first thing you'll see is this large stand of bamboo. It's really, really neat. You can't hardly even see through it. It's really thick. We'll head on down this way. And these are the plots where they normally have all the gardens. Pretty much done for the year. We've already had our first freeze and several frost. As you can see, looks like they got a couple of things bundled up with plastic. It's probably where my lettuce came from my sandwich today, because it can be a late crop. Yep, that's exactly where that is, what it is. That's lettuce right there. That's probably where our lettuce came from. Well, that's about all there is to this area. I'm gonna head on out, and I think we're pretty much gonna call it a day. And we've had a good day out here. We had hoped the sun would come out, but I hope you enjoy the pictures that I did manage to get. I'll put a collage here at the end so you can see some of the things I've taken pictures of through this thing. And if you like this kind of video, let me know in the comments. I would love to do these type of videos. And we'll talk to you again another time.